All right, welcome to the channel. Welcome to yet another episode of Stock Market News Today. So let me ask a question. In this bear market, are you still actively investing or are you on the sidelines? Well, if you are still actively investing, I like to go over some metrics that I use when I'm interested in investing in the stock market. Previously, I mentioned two, and I have yet one more for you. So, and I have a question for those of you that are keeping abreast with the market. Now, if you notice, these past 2 days, we've had two reports, the CPI and the PPI report, and they both came in soft. So you would think that the market would rally a little bit, but it didn't happen. So I'm gonna log in to CNN and look at the Fear and Greed Index, and we'll go over a few things. So we all logged in, and as you can see, we're in extreme fear, and it's at 15. Now, last time I looked, I think it was around 19, so it's dropping even more. So that means people are becoming even more fearful. So it's only my opinion, for I am not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion on things. I think that some of this is partially that institutional investors are taking profit and they're being very cautious, or they could be overreacting, or it can also be a tug of war between politics and the money controllers. But speaking for myself, I still see it as bargain city. Now, I'm not going to load the truck up or anything like that. I'm going to slowly nibble at this point before we may truly be in a recession. But one thing I would also say, that though we are in extreme fear, or I should say on the Fear and Greed Index, the sentiment is in extreme fear, because I'm not. But anyway, I believe there's a big wealth transfer that's taking place, or I should say it already started. Now, to my understanding, I think it's something, they were saying something like trillions was lost. Now, it wasn't lost. Somebody got it. Wished it was me, but also was playing a big part of this is these tariffs that are being put in place, and investors don't know how this is going to play out. And for the most part, institutional investors, they think 6 months down the line. Well, with that said, I'm going to log into the Charles Schwab Thinkorswim app, and I'll show you another metric that I look at in addition to the other two that I previously showed. Oh, and by the way, if you found value in the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you're interested in starting your investing and trading journey, in the description there are 3 links, one for Webull, one for Robinhood, and one for Moomoo. Any one of those you can get free stocks from. Let's get that free money. Let's go. Back to the video. So I'm all logged in to the Charles Schwab Thinkorswim app, and the ticker that you see here is SPY, SPY. Now, this is the other metric that I use. Now, why do I use SPY? Because SPY has 500 blue chip stocks in it. Now, I'm no financial advisor. This is just a metric that I use when I'm ready to invest in the stock market. And being that SPY has about 500 blue chip stocks in it, chances are one of the very stocks that you're invested in is under SPY. Now, if the SPY is going up, chances are so is your stock. If it's going down, so is yours, possibly. And highly likely, especially if you're invested in the tech sector. Now, if you saw any of my previous videos, I explained the other two. That they are the Fear and Greed Index, the EMA line, the 200 EMA line, and I go back 10 years. Now, I'll put all of these together for a stock that I'm interested in currently, and that ticker is MAIN, Main Street. We're gonna go today. So we're going to take one more look at SPY before I do it. So as you see, SPY is currently trending upwards, and it's also above the 200 EMA or 200 exponential moving average. So here we are. We're on the ticker MAIN, MAIN. Now we already checked two of the parameters already. We already looked at the Fear and Greed Index, and we see that the sentiment is extremely fearful. Looked at the SPY, see that it's trending up and above the 200 EMA. So now we're going to go back 10 years. Oh, before that, it's currently at 56.08. So as you see, in the last 10 years, the highest that it has traded was $63.31. Now, at this point, we're looking for a low, and this is the low, $12.11. That was around, I guess, mid 2020, probably during COVID. Now I'm doing this in real time. The market is open, so you will probably see the numbers fluctuate. Getting back to this. Now the high is still $63.31. This is 5 years. Now we're going to search for the low here. Still $12.11. Now we're going to go in a little bit more. Next one, 3 years. Here we are, 3 years. And the high is still $63.31. So now Main should probably be telling a different story by now. Bang, there it goes. Now the low in the past 3 years was $30.01. Now it's my honest opinion that if you plan to hold a stock or ETF for 5 years or more, I think this is worth the effort. Anyway, I'm gonna move along, go to 1 year. And 1 year, the high is still the same. Now let's find the low. Now you see how the story's changing as you get closer in time. The low here is $44.40. Next 6 months. The high is still the same, 180 days, 6 months. Now let's look for that low again. And it's still the same, $44.40. Now we're getting in a little bit more. Now this is for the last 20 days. The low is $54.52. Now let's see if the high has changed. So on this time frame, the high has not changed. Now here we are, we're at 5 days. Now the high has changed here. So the last 5 days, the high has been $60.49. Now let's see if the low is the same. The low has not changed. It's still $54.52. Now we're going to get to today. So far today, the high has been $56.18. And the low has been $55. And now that that's all done, this is my conclusion. I now know that there's about a $4 difference between the high and low point, because as we saw, the recent low was $52.45 and today's high is $56.18. And also it's currently trading above the 200 EMA. And we also know, according to the Fear and Greed Index, the overall sentiment is extremely fearful. So with those things said, and now again, I am not a financial advisor. This is my opinion. This is the way that I do things. Not telling you what to buy, hold, or sell. I would do one or two things. I would wait until Maine drops below 55.80 or as close as I can get to $52. Now, if it wasn't for the overall sentiment of the market being extremely fearful, what I would do, I would sell a cash secure put to the market for maybe $50 or a little lower, depending on how much premium I could collect. But that's another story. So what did you think? Was the info helpful? If you found value in the content, please like, share, subscribe. Feel free to let me know what you thought in the comment section. Lastly, I'd like to take a second to thank all of you who watched the video. Thank you for sharing your time with me. And if you want to see more content, click up there. Till next video, love you all. Happy trading, be well, and peace.